My name is Charles Counsil Sr. I'm going to try to tell you a few things about my parents, my mother and father. I'm sorry that I do not know the day that they got married. I tried to find out, but nobody seemed to remember the date. And this is why this message is important, that we remember things that it could get lost in time and people forget, and our memories aren't very good. So try to remember these things, and if you can't, just listen to this. It'll give you a clue. My father's name was James Clifford Counsil. He was born April the 25th, 1905, and he passed away in May of 1970. My father was kind of a tall, kind of a lanky guy. If you don't know what lanky means, he was kind of thin. He was real laid back, real docile. Hardly ever seen him get mad or upset. He was just a really laid back guy. And I remember one thing, that my dad used to always buy my mom chocolate-covered cherries. Now the funny part about this story is my mom didn't like chocolate-covered cherries, but my dad just absolutely loved them. So he would buy those, said he was buying them for her, and then he'd turn around and eat them all. My dad was really uneducated, but he tried real hard to earn and make a living to raise 5 children on. He loved us. He'd done the best that he could do to the day that he passed away.
I'm Edna Mae and James Clifford Counsil's granddaughter, Marcia, and I was born to Charles and Patricia Counsil. I don't really have any memories of Grandpa Counsil because I was less than a year old when he passed away, but I do have some memories of Grandma Counsil. And what I remember about her was that she knew a lot about nature. Not sure really how old I was, but obviously I was young because she passed away when I was about 10 years old. The most vivid memory I have of Grandma Counsil was one day when we went to the hunting and fishing club with her. She took me by the hand and led me around and explained to me what different plants were and what they were used for. So I remember her having a lot of knowledge about nature and gardening and things like that I would love to know now. I wish she was here to tell me.
My mother's name, maiden name, was Edna Mae Landers. She was born March 12, 1912, and she passed away in December of 1979. My mom was kind of a short, heavy-set lady. She, well, a lot of people say that I'm just like her. She was, didn't mind telling you what she thought, whether you wanted to hear it or not. One thing I remember about her was one time she was going to act like she had a butcher knife in her hand, and she was going to act like she was going to cut my dad's ear off, and she thought she had it turned where the dull side was down. Well, guess what? The sharp side was down. When she hit him on the ear, she actually cut his ear, and he bled. And there's a lot of stories like this that I could probably tell you, and so that their memory will never be forgotten. And I wish that each and every one of you could have met them.